This video we're going to be removing the front bumper on a 2017 Ford F350. So we'll show you step by step. Alright, so we're going to start off by removing these two bolts. They're 15 millimeters on both sides, driver's side and passenger. So it's inside the wheel well. Take them out fully. So this is the passenger side. Just get these two out. Alright, so now we're going to be removing these covers, and they're pretty easy to remove. Just pull down the clips and just pop it out, and it's going to expose the bolts. Alright, before we start pulling the bolts, we're going to go ahead and disconnect the harness. The harness is located right here. Okay, usually the clip might be covered in the dirt, so you might have to kind of loosen it up. Okay, so that's it. That way you're not holding a bumper and trying to unplug it, it'll be easier. So now we're gonna go ahead and pulling the bolts. They're 18 millimeter bolts. Some of the bolts the Milwaukee wouldn't pull, so we had to do it by hand. So if you're gonna have that little bracket spinning through on the back, you're gonna have to put one of the bolts in the bottom to hold it in place. This piece right here. Ours has started spinning through, so we had to put the lower bolt to hold it in place for now. Alright, so it's gonna be two of these and 4 bolts. So these usually just fall out if anything, but the bolts pull them out fully. Alright, so same thing for our driver's side. We're gonna be pulling this little cover off. Just press the 2 tabs. Okay. We're gonna be pulling the bolts out. Alright, so for the driver's side, we have this cover for a sensor. You're gonna have to remove it. It's 2 10 millimeter bolts. One right here, and the other one's right here. So pop it off. Take that one out. So we're taking the cover off. Now we have the sensor. We're gonna have to remove it. So we're gonna end up taking the bolts out like this. It's just the brackets held on. It's pretty hard to remove it out of this, so we just don't want to break it. So we're just gonna remove them completely out. It should be an E6, like a star socket. And this is after you take off the 11 millimeter nut. Just move it out of the way, and there's the bolts. Removing the last 2 bolts holding it. Alright, so once you take those 4 bolts on that side, you could pretty much start taking it off. Just gotta get the hooks through. Just make sure you unplug that wire. Do not forget that. And this is it. So we started off these 2, and then these were the main ones. That's what it looks like without the bumper.